best practice of the year yesterday. What did you think about it?
I thought it was really good. I think, guys communicate at a high level. I think that's when our team is at its best. It's when everybody's communicating, not just the heavy minutes guys, not the guy who plays defense really hard. Everybody in the gym, whether that's the coaches, the managers, the guys on the sideline, like everybody yesterday was communicating at a high level. And I think when we do that, we have really good practices. And so I thought yesterday was a good representation of that.
Buzz was talking about last year when y'all played Nebraska. I think when y'all watching film today, referred to CJ as the assassin.
Yeah.
What was it like when you heard that the assassin was going to come play with y'all?
He's CJ's a good player, I think, but CJ's a great person. I think what he's done for this team, the leadership, his faith, has just really truly helped the team, and I think that's somebody that you have to have in a program if you want to be successful. I think, CJ, next couple of years playing basketball, he'll be successful, but whether it's coaching, whatever he wants to do with life, I think he has the right mindset just because of his faith and how hard he works and his consistency. He'll be successful in anything that he does.
I guess just along those lines, what is it about when he speaks that, his words seem to carry weight and you guys listen to him?
Because his words and actions always meet up with each other. It's not somebody who's talking and one day they're not being a leader, or it's going wrong this day, so he's not going to speak up. He speaks up no matter what, whether we're up 30, whether we're down 30. He's always going to speak up, and he's always going to tell the truth. And I think, the team respects that because he does it, like I said, whether we're up, whether we're down. And so I think his consistency in which he speaks and how he speaks, the words that he uses, help the team a lot.
It seems like you guys have a lot of players like that on this team. Is that fair to say?
Yes, I would say, Coach recruits guys with great character. They come from good families, good backgrounds, and who have gone through something in life but have persevered and have used leadership, used their character to overcome those things. And so everybody on this team has something in them that's a leader, whether that's leading by example, whether that's vocally. They have something in them that will help them, not just in basketball, but in life.
Henry, in January, y'all lost 2 in a row and then went on and to win 7 of 8. So what's it going to take for you guys to bounce back and go on a similar run?
We have to be consistent. We have to have practices like that every single day that we had yesterday. And I think it's just, can we get back to Texas A&M? I don't think over the last couple of weeks we've done anything wrong per se. I think we need to just tighten up a little bit of things. But I think we just need to have consistency in everything that we do. I mean, after a loss, after a win, guys were still in the gym getting up shots the next day. Guys were in the weight room. Guys were doing treatment. So I don't think there's a lull of any sort. But everybody's being consistent. The coaches are preaching the same message that they were preaching at the beginning of the year, and that we have to be, within our foundation. We don't want to focus too much on the opposing team.
Coach said y'all are on a path that you've never been on before with this group. Just how do you feel like y'all have been able to navigate that this season?
Honestly, I truly don't know. I think every game, every practice has kind of been a little bit new. I think everybody in this kind of, I'd say, system and this team it's a new world for us. Every year I feel like we're playing from behind. Can we, get 2 wins in a row? Can we be in the net top 50? Can we get in the tournament? And so then, you hear these other things and stuff that, you're in the tournament per se, but you're like, we're fighting a different fight now. We're like, how can we go from hunting to being hunted, but continue to almost hunt in a way? And so I think that's a fine line that everybody's trying to figure out, coaches, managers, players. So I think we're doing it the right way. Coach has, been a great leader within that. I think the leaders on the team and CJ and Wade and Hayden have spoken up about how, every game truly matters at this point. And so I think everybody's kind of collectively on the same boat, and we're just kind of, going and tugging in the same way.
I can't remember if we've talked to you since then, but when you got hit in the head, I think your mom said you got 6 stitches. What happened on that play? And I think she said that it's the same spot that like your dad and your brother have.
Yeah, it's really weird Like it's literally the same. My brother did it playing basketball. I think when he was in high school, my dad did it when he was playing in college, playing football. Literally all right above the eyebrow. But I got knee in the face. But it hurt. Thanks to Dr. Stefano and then to Eddie B for stitching up real quick and getting me back out there.
What was it like playing with that big old thing on your?
Oh, it felt horrible. I'm gonna be honest. It felt like I thought my eye was swollen. It really wasn't, but it just felt like my whole side of my face was swollen. It hurt. Yeah, I know people try to act like stitches. It's easy. Like I was hurting. Those things are not fun.
So did you get blood on your jersey? Is that
Yeah,
why you
yeah. That's why I
changed?
went to. Yeah, I was like, I got to be boots for the rest of the day. I was fine with that. Hopefully, I get some of that.
Think you played like him a little?
Yeah, no, not at all. I wish I did.
This time of year, fans are looking to March, looking to the tournament, predicting how far each team's gonna go. I know you guys don't have that luxury. How do you kind of put all of that stuff aside from the outside and focus on beating Vanderbilt?
I think it's the character of the guys in the locker room. Everybody's focused on right now. I've probably said it a million times, Coach has, just be right where our feet are. If we start looking ahead, if we start thinking about, oh, we'd be this seed, or if we're in this bracket, or if we're in this location, then I think you lose focus of right now. And so I think everybody has been able to focus on right now, be right where their feet are, and just be consistent with the days. This year, this late into a season, everybody's dealing with kind of nagging injuries. Everybody's mentally and physically exhausted. And so it's like, can you find another gear to be better, whether that's watching more film, whether that's getting more treatment, whether that's getting up on the off days where you don't want to get up and coming and get more shots up. And so I think right there is right where separates the good teams from the great teams late into the season.
Buzz said that this program and organization is kind of built for this time of the year. Would you agree with that, and why?
I would say because kind of what I alluded to just now, everybody's kind of mentally exhausted and physically exhausted about, basketball, hearing all the opinions, hearing, what seed you are, this and that. And so you kind of get into this like loophole of just listening to all these opinions and you forget like right where you are. Like we have to play a really good team tomorrow at Reed, who is well coached, who has a lot of good players who are fighting to be in the tournament themselves. And so you have to focus on what's right in front of you. And I think in years past we've done that because we've had to almost do that. We've had to win this game. We've had to get this one on the road for our resume. So keep that thought of how can we continue to be consistent, knowing that we are still being hunted.
You mentioned how Vanderbilt's a team that's trying to stay on the right side of the bubble down the stretch of this season. Having been on a couple of teams that has been in a similar predicament, what's the biggest challenge of facing a team like that they're fighting for their postseason hopes as the regular season comes to a close?
They'll play so hard. And I've been on, like you alluded to, I've been on the other side of that. You play so hard because growing up, you're sitting at home, only thing you want to do is watch March Madness. I remember being in the back of class trying to watch March Madness. Like that was the time. If you're a basketball fan, if you're a basketball player, it's the best time of year. There's nothing else like it. And so to have a game that could solidify yourself into March Madness, you will play with a different level of confidence, hustle, togetherness. And so for us, we have to know that. And I think everybody in that locker room knows that Vanderbilt's going to come out and play unbelievably hard because of the circumstances that they're in. And so for us, we just have to remember that and play even harder.
They've been pretty good at forcing steals and turnovers this year. Just what challenges do they present defensively, and how do you guys kind of, I guess, counteract that?
Oh, they're a really good team. They're really fast. I think their guards are, jittery, really quick twitch, and they guard the ball very well. And I think their threes, their fours, and their fives are very interchangeable, and they all can move very quick laterally. And so for us, we just have to stick to our game plan and play Texas A&M basketball, get to the free throw line, and rebound at a high level.